We want each team to take the last 2.5 minutes on their accord to sum up their positions and tell these people why you think you deserve to be governor. And let's start down there on the end with Governor O'Neill first. Freudian slip. Judge O'Neill.
That sounded nice. I like that. Good way to end it, I guess. What do you want, 2 minutes? Is that what we're done? You know my name is Bill O'Neill. You know that I want to legalize marijuana. You know that I want to reach out in a meaningful way to deal with 5,000 people a year dying. You know that I want to stop the for-profit prisons. But the reality is, I'm the only candidate on this stage that's a veteran. I'm the only candidate on this stage that's a nurse. I'm the only candidate on this stage in this decade that has been elected to a statewide office. I was the first Democrat elected to the Supreme Court of Ohio in 30 years. I won in 2012 on that famous Irish team of O'Neill and Obama. You may remember us. I am the only candidate on this stage that has a concrete plan that we can implement on day one to save lives. You know, everybody says they're for marijuana. I defy you to find anybody that had a brochure 4 months ago saying legalize marijuana. That's why Chantelle and I put that together. And let's talk about Chantelle for a moment. Everybody knows that education is sorely broken in Ohio. And we hear all these candidates statewide saying, get rid of the charters and we will be in the land of milk and honey. That's not true. My niece is an inner city Akron teacher. She said, Uncle Bill, understand there are good charters. Don't put them all in the same bucket. Speak with specificity. And that's what Chantelle and I are trying to do. But you're not going to find anyone more qualified to fix education in Ohio than my running mate, Chantelle Lewis. I'm Bill O'Neill. I'm a Democrat. I'm a civil rights lawyer. And I'm the next governor of Ohio.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you for your attention and for having us here. You may remember that at one point I was running for governor. But I am proudly here today running for lieutenant governor. And when I changed position on this ticket, somebody asked me, Betty, why did you do that? I did it because it's never been about me. And honestly, it's really not about Rich. It's about making things work for you and those that you care about. And this is the ticket that can not only win it, but that can change the way that this state is working, a way that we're lagging in the wrong things and we're leading in the wrong things too. We're leading in opiate overdose deaths. We're leading in infant mortality rates that are shameful. We have kids that are still hungry going to school. We have people cutting programs. We have our priorities askew. And I know that Rich Cordray, a public servant through and through, has earned his way through the ranks of government, lifting people up and fighting for a fair chance and a fair shake. And that is what I have dedicated my life to doing too. And we are prepared not only to run this race, but use the lessons we have learned to take it to Columbus. We know their tricks and we know the traps. And those tricks and those traps are what catch us up. And for 24 out of 28 years, the Republicans have controlled state government, and they have built an economy that doesn't work for all of us. But we will establish a Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity. We will focus on creating good jobs with family-sustaining wages and benefits and retirement and pathways to those good jobs and opportunities for everybody in this room and in our communities. We ask for your support.
Thank you. Mr. Schiavoni.
Ron, I appreciate the opportunity to spend some time with everybody. You know, you wanted to keep it about issues, so I'll kind of clean up a couple that we didn't hit. I think that Justice O'Neill is right about charter schools. There is something to be said about non-profit charter schools where the goal is not to make money, but when it's for profit, it's for profit. It's not for education. So it is something to clarify. We didn't talk a lot about an issue that I see across this state is brownfield restoration, cleaning up our existing properties, also giving people opportunities in our urban communities with transitional housing, utilizing our land bank, making sure that we're investing in summer work programs so that we can have our young people from our communities getting paid to work to revitalize the community so we can continue to invest in the future. There's simple things like food deserts where we don't have we don't have nutritious food for kids. And so we have to invest in incentivizing our grocery stores to come into community. The place to go isn't the 7-Eleven or the McDonald's. That stuff is real across the state, and we need to invest it at the state level. Another thing we didn't talk about, some candidates brushed over, was debt relief for students. I proposed a bill that is very simple, that says after graduation, if you purchase a home in the state of Ohio, the state would take a portion of your student debt. That way you would incentivize young people to stay in communities like ours. That's a real thing. Got to talk about it. And I'll end with, look, we have to win. And the only way we win is that we paint a contrast with Mike DeWine. And I'm the only candidate on this stage that can do that. And I do that by galvanizing and energizing Bernie voters, Hillary voters, some Trump voters, young people, and people that just want something new and want change. Sick of the same old stuff. People want somebody new that actually goes out and listens and works on issues based on the needs of the people. That's what I've always done as a workers' comp lawyer. That's what I've always done in the Ohio Senate, and that's what I'll always do as the next governor. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Schiavoni. Mr. Kucinich or Ms. Samples?
Split. We're going to read really fast here. Today, I've heard President Obama's name mentioned 8 times. And I need to tell you all, President Obama's not here in Ohio running for governor and lieutenant governor. Hillary Clinton's not here running for it. Bernie Sanders is not here running for us. Those on the stage are running to be your representatives. This is the ticket that works because we know what needs to happen for the entire state. We have an inclusive, diverse ticket that is long overdue for the state of Ohio. Long overdue. We stand for free 2-year college. We stand for a $15 minimum wage increase now, right now, not in 2025, right now. This is the ticket that will work for Ohio, will work for all of Ohio.
Tara Samples, you're bringing it home. Will you continue?
This is the ticket that will bring unity to our party. This is the progressive part of the Democratic Party. And we talk about bringing our party together. This is how we bring our party together. You have to be able to get along with everybody in order for us all to come along so we can defeat the Republicans in November. Thank you.
Let's give all of our candidates a hand, please. And before Veronica Sims comes to the podium, she's a political action chairperson for the NAACPs for the state of Ohio. I want to remind you that it doesn't stop here. If you liked what you heard today, good. If you didn't like it, good. But continue on. Visit their websites, talk to them. We're going to be around until 1:30. At least we got the house open until 1:30. Talk to them and find out and make up your own mind.